This daily dose is brought to you by Pirate.Black. ARRR!
The dollar is already a digital currency. Most dollars are digital. Most money is just, blips on a hard drive. Most of all our wealth these days is digital. So there's nothing new about digital monies. And governments saying they're going to do a digital currency, they've already got one. And actually, Gensler said that. We've already got one. It's called the dollar. So the ability to create technology that makes the actual action of money more efficient and cheaper, obviously is something that's going to happen. And obviously it's going to go towards things like blockchain, because blockchain has a risk-free proven that it's really rather good.
Of course, but talk to me about the issue of privacy surrounding central bank digital currencies. Is this not a concern to you? I know you say, well, the dollar's already digital.
What is privacy? Was that old thing you used to have before you got Google? Well, we probably have zero privacy already. I mean, it depends on how much of a zero you're talking about. I mean, maybe we have
but cash is still freedom to people. Cash is still freedom. I could still pay with my money and no one knows what I'm buying.
Well, you can't in lots of places because they won't let you do it. I mean, in Monaco, for example, where I live, you can't spend more than $2,000 in cash, and you're not allowed to. That's gone. It's gone. There is no privacy anymore. If you think you've got privacy, you're mistaken. It's certainly not an improvement on privacy, but you're not going to be losing much. You're losing a tiny amount of what you've got left. You've hardly got any left.
Are there solutions to be outside the system? Are the only two solutions gold and crypto?
Well, I don't think you've got any privacy with gold. You try buying gold and not be on a database that you bought it, unless you dig it up yourself. I mean, that's what people in crypto do, is they take their crypto.
You can buy it and store it offshore, and it's not reported.
Well, I mean, there's lots of ways.
There's plenty of bullion dealers that do that.
There's lots of things that you can do that are very, very niche, that kind of skip around things, like crypto people that pay miners to mine new Bitcoin and pay them in old Bitcoin and stuff like that. But, try buying gold offshore. Try telling your bank that you want to send money to an offshore bank to buy you gold and see how fast they cut you off your bank account.
Right.
So, it's all gone. It's all gone now. It's not all gone. I'm exaggerating, but it's mainly gone. I can't even draw up a will without filling out an AML and KYC document. A will. I'm not planning to run off with any money or launder any drugs. I'm just planning to die. And I still have to KYC and AML. I mean, it's that privacy thing, that all went away. If you talk about dog food on your telephone and you get dog food ads tomorrow, don't think it just stops at Google, do you?
I guess people are going to say, well, has Clem just become complacent and kind of given up here? That's what it seems like.
It's realistic. That is the situation that people have, on the margins they have privacy. But, we are in this Orwellian 1984 world. And, you either shuffle on or, or you spend huge amounts of time trying to get around it. In China, if you don't have a smartphone, they come round your house because you must be a bad person because they can't listen to you. And that's only several steps away from where we'll be in a few years' time. And is anybody fighting it? No. Does anybody even say these people are listening to your telephones? And everybody knows now that it happens because they all see the ads in the subjects that they were talking about a few hours ago. So, that is the status right now. So to say with these central bank currencies you're going to lose your privacy, well, you're going to lose a tiny amount of it because 90% of it is gone in the last 10, 15 years. And we had it, and now it's gone, right? There's cameras on every corner. You can't go out in places like Europe, in the city, and not be on a camera. The direction of travel is less and less and less of that financial privacy, and general privacy. And the real driver behind it is taxation, because governments are centralizing power and taking more and more power away from the individual and taking it to themselves. But for that, they need money. And for that money, they need to scalp you. And if you don't want to be scalped, then they need to make sure that you are. And so what you're seeing is not, all this KYC and AML was meant to stop drug dealers, right, and drug runners. There's more drugs today than there's ever been. And they don't say, we'll scrap this KYC and AML because it doesn't work. And it didn't do anything to solve the thing that we that we put it in for? No, because that wasn't what they put it in for. They did it to make sure that they could track the money because they want their cut. And the demand for taxation only ever goes up and only ever will go up and will continue to only ever go up. And the more it goes up, the need for taxation, the more they need to make sure that people aren't weaseling out of it. And so, that is the vicious cycle of this. And, it's pretty horrible, really.
People are beginning to talk about Pirate Chain. The need for a fully private cryptocurrency has never been stronger.
And go after Binance, which they're doing, or, Coinbase or whoever. But it's very difficult to actually stop Bitcoin or Monero or Pirate Chain or any of these other blockchain-oriented crypto systems.
I just see Bitcoin as I don't see it as an investment. I see it as an alternative payment platform. But so is some of the others. You might see more adoption of things like Pirate Chain.
Pirate Chain,